Alright, it's time for, I believe this would be playthrough number 5 at this point. And I've decided to do a couple of things. First off, I was serious about not looking up anything for this game. So I was very tempted to look up exactly what mood states affect which abilities. So I'm not going to be looking it up because I have decided not to look up anything in this game. However, I I'm going to be making notes, a cheat sheet basically, of which mood affects which state, and I'm also going to be doing a bit of a concept run. This time around, I'm going to be focusing entirely on uh, intelligent pursuits. I'm not going to do anything physical if I don't have to. And I don't think I have to. Everything so far I've been able to uh, avoid physical things completely. So, or rather, there have been other options rather than physical. So I think we should be able to do it this time around. So I've played this before. First and foremost, let's get uh, this in our cheat sheet, depressed. Okay, so this gives a bonus to expression and animal handling, a penalty to royal demeanor, conversation, and athletics. I'm not going to be using athletics in this run, but royal demeanor and conversation both very important, and I think depression in general should try to be avoided in this run. However, let's see. Soon I'm going to be having an event for. Let's see, foreign intelligence. Yeah, production and trade. If at all possible, I want to see what happens if I actually get that event. So I'm going to be focusing on economics. It'd be nice to know which mood states give bonuses to economics, but right now I don't have any of those. So is there something really important that I have to do before that economics one? Well, poison would be nice to know, and that's part of medicine, so another intelligent thing. Well, it's good to have reflexes, but I don't need to have reflexes as long as I have elegance. And yeah, agility, yeah. Anything physical, we're not going to focus on except for animal handling. I think animal handling can still be beneficial. So, what are we doing now? Decoration is important, but right now I'm going to focus on poison and production. Poison, production. Done. Okay, you're not going to be hanging around for a while. So now we're a little more cheerful. Handy. Really handy because we were apparently quite depressed, and I don't really want to be very depressed. So what can I do to get into a different mood state? So +1 lonely, +1 cheerful. That won't get me out of depressed. Well, it might make me afraid instead, which isn't so bad. And I'm also not exactly sure. +1 lonely, +1 afraid. Yeah, I'm gonna walk in the gardens. So now I'm afraid. Okay, great. So now I'm gonna write down in my little cheat sheet what afraid helps and what it doesn't. Okay, so it gives bonuses to agility and faith, penalty to royal demeanor, weapons, intrigue, and military. Ooh, I actually forgot one. This seems like a really bad one because I'm not going to be focusing too much on military for this run, but intrigue is important, royal demeanor is important, so both of those would be quite handy to have. So court manners is one that's going to be important fast. So what else is there? There's also internal affairs, internal relations, all that stuff. Right, so I think court manners is very important to get level up to maybe at least 20 before anything else. So I'm also going to level up trade. So court manners, and trade. Okay. So Juliana's here. I'm going to let her in this time because we're focusing on intellectual pursuits. That includes magic. So right now we are somewhat willful. Not willful enough, it seems. We're also somewhat lonely. So I want to stop being afraid soon. Let's visit Juliana. No lore failed, but that should be fine. This looks fine. Okay, so that didn't change anything, but that should be fine. We're going to try to learn more court manners. It's very important, in my opinion, to pass that check. I don't want to end up accidentally betrothed. So we will learn court manners and accounting. Court manners and poison. Done. Okay, here's the snake. I'm gonna look down. I'm afraid. Maybe I should try to save Charlotte one of these times. Okay, I need to become more angry. How to do such a thing. Or less afraid. Either one works. So we'll talk to Father. It's in a safe place. We can't have it. We're becoming more willful, and we're still afraid. We're gonna do poison and accounting. If a victim stabbed with the poison spine of a sea urchin, the spine must be removed carefully. The affected area soaked in very hot water in order to cook out the poison. Didn't know that. Man, that poison test is really hard to succeed. You have to focus on it from the very beginning. That's kind of grim. But if we become less afraid, maybe we'll become willful. Nope, not quite yet. Okay. So court manners, I think we have high enough. So I'm going to focus on trade and production. Okay, economics, trade, production. Boom. You learn that individual peddlers travel between villages and cities, some on foot with packs and mules, others riding horses or wagons, sometimes different wagons grouped together to form a caravan. You learn how farmers in the Duchy of Marie rotate between fields for raising crops and fields that lie fallow. Okay, Duke of Sedna, failed. They brought you a letter and a gift. It might not be appropriate to wear a man's gift in public, though. People would think it meant something, so we're not going to wear it. Okay, so Dad says he won't have the crystal. So we need the power of Illumin. We need to get to the Royal Treasury. I'll try to find a way. Through accounting. I happen to be a kick-ass accountant. Alright. So, yeah, we'll learn accounting. And what else will we learn? Let's see. Is there anything else that's helpful so far? I've only been depressed and afraid. Welcome to my life. Elegance. Elegance is important, but we can't really learn it all that well. We might end up being killed by the maid, carrying her large amount of linens. That would be kind of grim, but oh well. If it happens, it happens. Only one way to find out. So divination is usually pretty important. Let's see. Trade and production. Try to pass it. The most important trade route in the domain is the Kavala River. It travels through the center of your lands, and almost every duchy contains tributaries that feed into the Kavala, allowing goods to be shipped along it by the boat. You learn that most of the domain's iron is mined in Sudbury and transported west by the Gowan River to the Kavala. Okay, so it's these folks. Looks like she's busy. There's something else. We're gonna run and hide. So we're a little more afraid now. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we'll visit the treasury. Accounting has failed, but we're more angry and more willful. Okay. So we're willful. Alright, great. Now we can figure out what bonuses this gives us. So, some pretty nice bonuses, some pretty painful malices, especially because I'm trying to learn economics this time around. So, intrigue is always useful. Lumen we can't learn yet. Let's see. It would be good to learn about military and intrigue. Let's try to learn about military logistics and internal affairs intrigue. Okay, military logistics, internal affairs. Done. Done. Okay, she barrels into you, sending you and the sheets flying. Oh, my lady, I'm so sorry. These things happen. It's not a big deal. Nice. Court manners success. Alright. So we had enough court manners to deal with that, and it didn't end up killing us, so accept your apology. No real harm done. Please be more careful in the future. Yes, my lady. Thank you. And now more cheerful. Awesome. So we're still quite willful, which could be a bit of a problem. Let's attend court. Now we're afraid again. Ugh. Alright, well, doesn't really matter all that much. I'm going to try to learn some accounting. And what else is there? Is there anything really important? No, accounting is going to be very important because we need to learn lots of stuff. Or we need to get our crystal, and accounting is apparently the way forward for that. So, accounting it is. Accounting twice. Why not? You study the manipulation of larger quantities through direct calculations using written numbers instead of an abacus. We have a new outfit. You study money lending and the controversies involved in charging interest. According to the Druids, one should always return more than one is loaned, or else the debt gave no value to the world. Interesting, thank you, Druids. You study bookkeeping and the art of notating incomes and expenditures, as well as how to determine the amount of funds a solvent business needs to keep on hand in order to continue functioning. There's a man here to see you, so let's see if we can pass this. Nice! Success. If it really works, that could be a very important invention. Invest. We would be happy to invest in your venture. Alright. So, we are currently afraid, but we can do more. Let's try to visit the treasury. Accounting partial success. You try to explain to the guards that you need to visit the treasury in order to get an accurate report on the domain's finances. They waver slightly, but in the end they stand by your father's commands. So, let's see. We're depressed. I hope I made a note for... Yeah, I did make a note for willful. So, let's put on our new outfit. God, these outfits kill me. We'll learn a little more accounting, and we'll also learn about falconry. Accounting, falcons. You learn about the concept of diminishing returns, a point after which spending more on a particular project fails to improve it as much as previous spending did. Okay. Yes. However, I must call for your aid. The Ixionite occupation of the country of Imbrium has gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back. Okay. We have plenty of troops, so it shouldn't be... I'm surprised I passed that check. We have plenty of troops, so it shouldn't be that hard to drive them out if we want to make a fight of it. Let's try to negotiate. Okay, yeah, he's flirting with you, buddy. So we're depressed right now, but we can attend service and become less depressed. Or we could try to just become more cheerful. Sure. So now we're afraid, of course. I'm an idiot. I should have tried to visit the Royal Treasury. Doesn't matter. Let's try to learn about divination and Novan history. Okay, yeah. Failed that, failed that. Okay, offer him money. That's more than all of Marie pays in taxes in a year. It's far too much. You and I both know that's more than the land is worth. 4,000 lassie is more than generous. Then we accept your generosity. Alright, so we are probably losing a lot of money. We're currently willful. Nothing particularly wrong with being willful. Let's visit the treasury. Nice. You overwhelm the guards with facts and figures explaining that you need treasury access to adjust the royal budget, which may affect their pay packets as well as the taxes assessed on their friends and family. They stand aside. Yeah. Money speaks. The glitter is dazzling, but some sixth sense draws you towards the one little lock. Okay, this I remember. Okay, now we're very willful. And yeah, luckily we've already made notes about that. So we can't learn anything more about economics, but that's pretty much fine. We'll keep it on for now, because I don't see any reason taking it off. Conversation. Court manners is always important. Foreign intelligence is always important. Military is not necessary right now. So we're going to learn about foreign intelligence and court manners. Done. Yeah, we failed the lore check. Novan history failed, so we become a little more depressed, I think. One has to wonder exactly what we need to do. Anyway, we're going to visit her, and she's going to tell us what to do. Usually when we get something that we've get a dialogue that we've seen before, it tells us to skip, but we haven't seen that. Yeah, illuminate. Money. Okay, so now we can learn about Lumen, which I think I will learn about. Lumen is very important. Sense magic, resist magic, in either direction. Doesn't matter. Done. Close your eyes and feel the magic inside you. Crowdfunding. Okay. Apparently we're not interested. So now we're very willful. I think I need to attend court here. So we're still willful, even though we attended court. That's actually kind of grim. But I need to use Lumen a little bit more. So I'm going to learn how to wield magic and sense magic. Done. You learn to summon a small glowing light, which you can then move around independently. You practice using small amounts of magic and feeling that power outside of yourself. Your mentor summons up magical energies to strike the nearby ground so that you can learn to sense someone else's spells in use. Okay, you're requested to stand in judgment. I remember you. I think executing her is pretty much the way to go. Execute her. And so, yeah, we fail, and our personal guards cut her down, and she is hung. Let's go attend court again. Now we are depressed again. Animal handling is nice. I do want to learn a little more about Lumen here. Expression can be alright. I'll learn about horses and dogs. Everyone wants to learn about horses and dogs. Okay, so I'm depressed. It would be nice to not be depressed. And yet, I'm still depressed. So about horses and dogs again. Boom, easy. Easy. Okay, dancing. Word has come from the factory for books that you funded. They have assembled enough equipment to begin printing test pamphlets. As our royal sponsor, it is your right to decide the content of the first printing. Okay, I've failed my strategy, apparently. Okay, poems praising your mother, pro-lumen propaganda and religious doctrine. Pro-lumen propaganda. I think the people of Nova don't have enough respect for magic users. I want to print pamphlets about lumens. I want to show everyone how magic can do good things. Don't like that lore. Okay, he's really not happy about that. There's a letter for you as well, and she's complaining that her mother won't let her home. Yeah, I got nothing for you. Alright, so our current mood is depressed. Let's become less depressed and become true neutral. Alright. Handy. So. Okay. Okay. Let's learn Lumen. Resist magic and wield magic. Done. You learn to consciously project a magical field through your thoughts, blocking outside magic from touching your mind, but only when you have the energy to consciously resist. You learn how to cast rays of white light which can banish shadows and blind your opponents. You learn to create tiny discs of solid light which can fly through the air and cut into targets. We have a new outfit. I will lead the parade. Yeah, no decoration, no elegance. Everything's fine. So right now we're cheerful. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's see. Lonely and cheerful. Yeah, sure. We'll walk in the gardens. Look at that. Okay, so now I get to use my little cheat sheet here and figure out what cheerful helps with. Alright, conversation is a pretty important one. So I'm going to make hay while the sun shines, as it were, and work on my public speaking and flattery. Okay. Conversation. Public speaking, conversation, flattery. Done. She's so happy. It's good to see. Alright, I'm not ready for the grand ball at all. Okay, well, it's a shame, but it is what it is. I'm gonna do my potential. Court manners and flattery failed. Her words of wisdom guide us through our difficulties. Everyone applauds politely. Okay, so yeah, that was actually a different thing there, but it didn't appear to be a bad thing at all. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles. Yes, there's all these people. I should be able to sense magic this time around. Not quite. Not quite. Alright, so we're still cheerful. I can bring that down a bit. Attend service. Now we are afraid. Right. We do get a bonus to faith, which is quite handy. Also agility, which, Alright, clearly we need Lumen. Don't mind me, everyone. I'm just walking through the castle here in my perfectly normal outfit. Alright, so what were my skills? Alright, I need more sense magic. That's for darn sure. Sense magic and resist magic. Okay. You close your eyes and call out when you detect your mentor casting a silent spell behind you. You gain innate resistance to light and dark. You can now see in the blackest caves or stare into the sun without going blind. That's quite handy. You learn to consciously project a magical shield around your body, blocking intrusion. A powerful technique, but you can't keep it up for long. His companion. How dare she? Trip her as she passes. So, yeah, I don't think any of this will work. So, we're gonna shame her with silent scorn. Shouldn't be too fine. Or too bad. Alright. So, he still doesn't want to marry her. Intrigue failed. Unfortunate. So, we're still cheerful. Trip to church fixed that right up. So, now we're willful. Willful we already have in mind. So, this does give bonuses to Lumen. I could really become a powerful sorceress if I wanted to be. And I do want to be. Okay, we are going to learn how to sense magic and wield magic. Done. You learn to detect ongoing enchantments, such as blessed weapons that can do magical damage. You learn to tell the difference between different kinds of magical signatures so that you can tell roughly what a spell you detect is meant to achieve. By concentrating, you can create a wave of discontent which panics or enrages animals in the area. You learn to create a blade of solid light, which you can wield like a sword to slice through flesh and stone alike. Alright, accounting success. Based on the records and notes of current expenditures, if you maintain the current rate of tax, you will still have 5,120 gold lassie and 87 silver tellassie available for special projects. Logistics fail but trade success. Any low trade disruption shouldn't need more than a few hundred lassie to sort out, at least temporarily. So we'll keep them the same. Easy peasy. So we're willful right now. We can become more yielding. Or visit the treasury, see what happens. Interesting. So we're still willful. We're going to do our lumen. Resist and wield magic. Boom. You gain increased resistance against heat and cold, becoming comfortable in different weather and environments, and able to sit pop soup without burning your tongue. See, this is very practical knowledge to have. You learn how to quickly flare magical shields around you to deflect an incoming attack. This uses much less energy than a constant shield, but it requires good timing to be effective. You learn to direct a beam of searing light through the end of a staff, burning whatever you point at. By concentrating, you can create a wave of discontent, which panics, confuses, or enrages other people around you. Okay, so sense magic? What is it? Sense magic partial success. Wow, that's a high check. I do feel some kind of magic around him. Is it possible that he's telling the truth? Juliana might be able to tell even if I can't. Her lumen power is stronger than mine. We'll summon her. Ooh, okay. We will pardon him. Alright. Getting a little touchy there. Alright, angry isn't so bad. What's the 10 court? And yeah, now we're angry. So let's make a note as to what angry helps and does not help with. I never noticed that anger gives penalties to 4 different things. That's kind of grim. That's maybe the most that I've seen so far. Yeah. No. Afraid also gives penalties to 4 things. So either way, it's a little unfortunate. Military knowledge might be useful to have. But I can also see the lumen tempting me from down there. Well, military, I don't think it's going to be necessary so far. So we're going to go with economics. Take classes on trade and production. Much of the domain's trade comes in from the Western Ocean. Okay, the capital city and your castle are located on an island near the mouth of the Kavala River where it meets the sea. That makes this the most important location for trade in the domain. The second most important seaport in the domain is Ursulia on the Theku Bay. Ursul is the only duchy with no access to the Kavala River. They send their goods south to you by ship. So Juliana, I think she has our best interest in heart, but you never know. He learned that hilly terrain in Hellas is no good for growing most crops, but is excellent for vineyards and migratory flocks of sheep and goats. He learned that gold and other precious minerals are mined in the mountains of Elath. Okay, there's a letter for me. It's a poem describing me in a manner that's entirely inappropriate. That's hilarious. Okay, I have no climbing. I'm going to ignore it. Maybe I should focus on climbing one of these days. It is useful for a couple of events, clearly. So our current mood is angry. Let's try to bring that down a little bit. So we should be pressured. Yes. Okay, so now I can make notes about what pressured helps and harms with. This is a pretty rough one. I'm not going to be using athletics at all this campaign. Faith is something I should probably get a little more used to using at this point. So we will. All right, faith, meditation, or lore, faith, meditation. Boom. Sorry, I'm just picturing her with that expression, mastering the art of meditation. Not quite. Okay, so we're gonna marry the kid. Marry him. Marvelous. Okay, so we're still pressured. Not the best thing. Could become more lonely and more cheerful, and that would make me either angry or pressured. We could attend service. +1 lonely. You could try to become willful instead. Yeah, that would actually work. And willful, what does it actually give us? More intrigue, more military, more lumen. Oh, I do like lumen. Okay, so we're willful now. And we will change into our it's going to take me a while to get used to that one. Okay, we're going to learn. So what do we need? Sense and resist magic. Sense magic, resist magic, done. Okay, 95. Wow, you expand your magical perceptions to give you some idea of where a detected spell was cast from and from how long ago. You learn to detect the latent power that signifies a lumen even when he or she is not actively working magic. You expand your senses, learning to detect spells and magical creatures at a greater distance. You learn how to maintain a low-level deflection field so that magical attacks not directly targeted at you will slide harmlessly aside. This doesn't need much power, so you can keep it up for long periods of time. You learn how to directly counter offensive magic with your own power so that you can burn out a spell that someone else has cast. This is very dangerous as the other spell is too powerful. Your increased skill and power gives you innate resistance to mind-affecting magic. Okay, she's a musician. I think my intrigue. I wonder if she writes naughty poetry. So I got the intrigue check. Was this me wondering if she was the one who wrote that note? That's interesting. Yeah, we're good. So we are willful at the moment, which isn't so bad. I can learn a little more lumen and kind of max out that field. But on the other hand, it's good to make things pretty even in general. So we are currently depressed. Ugh. Okay, so we are, just because we're wearing the outfit, we're at 100 sense and resist magic. I'm going to learn about falcons. Twice. New outfit. You spend time with your chosen bird, speaking to her and letting her get to know you. You don a heavy leather glove and encourage your bird to hop into your fist. Okay, so we have... Nice, we got animal handling. We have a bird now. I think that may help with my duel attempt. So we can talk to Adair. He doesn't want to, or he wants a kiss. Nope, let's not. Oh, now we are pressured. I see. All right, well, faith is always good to get a little more of a handle on, especially divination. So we're going to learn about divination and lore. Done. Logistics and trade. I don't know. So we're currently pressured. Let's try to relieve some of that pressure by becoming more lonely. Sure. Okay, so now we're angry. Interesting. Military stuff can be pretty important. I would also like to learn how to wield magic a little better. So let's learn wielding magic and strategy. Marvelous. You learn to shape light into images of things that are far away or things that don't exist at all. You learn to create a powerful explosion of light, burning those caught within and blinding others who look at it. You learn how to make use of images to wield your other powers at a great distance. Yeah, I know that. Okay, so you have a large amount of discretionary funds remaining in the treasury. You can easily handle this situation. Nice. Send emergency aid. Good to know. So we're currently angry. We can become more afraid and depressed, but that will just make me pressured. Pressured gives me athletics and faith. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sure. Oh, whoops, I did the wrong thing, but now I'm cheerful, which isn't so terrible. Let's make hay while the sun shines here and learn about public speaking and flattery. Okay, public speaking, flattery, done. We have a new outfit, there are letters. Yeah, I really don't think I have the abilities to survive that trip. So we're currently cheerful. Let's bring that down a bit with church attendance. So now we're true neutral. Excellent. So what we're going to do is put on our hunt coat. And, you know what? We're just going to fill out Lumen. Going to be the fully magic. So we have no reason to... So we're lonely currently. Let's visit Juliana. That priestess Celine, she's a lumen, I can sense it. I know. What do you mean you know? If you knew that, why didn't you tell me? You didn't need to know. Your job is managing the domain. Some of us have other duties. Our missions have been passed down for centuries, little princess. We are here to train you. You don't need to know any more than that. Fine. Let it go. Okay, we're angry right now. We are maxed out on Lumen. We can learn more about military. So let's learn about naval strategy and logistics. And sure, we'll keep animal handling right there. So military, naval strategy, and logistics? Is that what I said? Makes sense to me. Done. Alright, we'll keep it. Maybe that'll kill me later. Who knows? So right now we're angry. We're also kind of yielding and lonely. So we're going to attend service. Now we're yielding. And I remember this being a pretty good one. Yeah, and we haven't actually written down what it does yet. So I'll do that now. So, penalty to weapons and lumen. This might be a good one to keep around for a very long time because I can definitely use the bonuses to roll demeanor, history, and faith. I don't have anything else to learn about lumen, and I'm not going to be using weapons. So, yeah, this is a pretty important one. Alright, I will try to learn about composure and foreign affairs. There. Duchess of Mead. No, we haven't seen her. She's missing. One of these days I actually gotta go freaking visit her. Okay, so we're still yielding. Let's keep that up. So, let's see now. Can use elegance and presence and world history. Let's do elegance and presence. Alright, well we know that's pretty much bad news bears there. So we can become more lonely and cheerful. Alright, so skills, we need... How about composure and world history? Oh god, a tournament. Alright. Gold. We have the economics to do such a thing. Alright. Production plus trade. Chocolate producers in Kegel usually ship goods down the Napo River through Ursal, not straight to the capital. This merchant house probably specializes in something else and only traded for the chocolate. Yeah, so I'm pretty much positive that's going to kill me. So we are going to visit the treasury? Huh. Interesting. So, skills. Royal demeanor, still something I need to work on. So, we'll take classes in elegance and presence. Got a new outfit. Oh, whoops. Yeah, no thanks. None. One of the stewards apparently had an incredible sweet tooth and dared to steal a piece of your recently received chocolates. He had a sweet tooth. The chocolates were poisoned. When you ask questions, it turns out that the merchant house which supposedly sent you as a present never existed. Someone has tried to kill you, but you don't know who. My god. So we're still yielding. Fine by me. We will... Visit dungeons. Right. What now, what now, what now? So the tournament, yeah, I just literally didn't even have to participate, and it didn't end up being a problem. So that's not so bad. Let's put on our Royal Demeanor outfit. And... Let's work on Novan history, or all history. History, Novan history, foreign affairs. Done. Oh, so yeah, this is all new. My lady, your father wishes to speak with you. He says it's urgent. Ships have been sighted on approach from Shangia. Not trade ships. This is a war fleet. Okay. After tournament... War ships sighted. Okay, I'm afraid within a week they will be in Novan waters. Within 2, they could reach the capital. Then we will fight to defend ourselves. You can try to use the treasury funds to hire additional soldiers, but it may be difficult on short notice. Sure. You will need to drop a naval strategy for our ships to carry out. You could choose to act as admiral and lead the fleet in person, but the danger to you would be very great. Unless you think your personal skills will make the difference, I would strongly advise against it. We'll stay in the capital. So, what's our mood right now? It's yielding. We can become something. So we're still yielding. We need to work on our military strategy and definitely our naval strategy. So, let's do exactly that. We have a new outfit, danger in the high seas. Ships close in on each other, angling into range. The Shangians have half again as many troops as you do. It doesn't look promising. The eventual outcome is not in your favor. The Novan ships are sunk or scattered as the Shangian forces press towards landfall. Many good soldiers were lost today, and Nova's troubles have not ended. Since you have failed to repel the invasion, the Shangian fleet will soon land and their troops will begin to progress towards your capital city. Your remaining soldiers will hold them off as long as possible, of course, but the main strength of your military has been exhausted. Nova's future looks bleak. Okay. What gives me military? Okay, so I can do willful, angry. Willful or angry? Angry. Let's see if I can do either of those. Not so much. I can try. No, yeah. So we're still yielding. We have a new uniform, boost military. It's time to learn strategy and logistics. You learn about how units, yeah. Okay. A diplomatic delegation from Shanjia has requested access to the castle to discuss terms, most likely for your surrender. You lack the strength to hold off their armies, and surrendering now will save many lives. It would seem that you have no choice. You prepare yourself as best you can to meet with the representatives from Shanjia. You expected diplomats and a military representative, a general, or an admiral. You did not expect the handsome man, decked in jewels, who now stands before you. A man announced by your servants as Togami, king of Shanjia. My name is Byakuya Togami. Is he really their king? Why would a king come all the way here? And he's a lumen, too! Ha ha! Oh, well. Hello, Togami. My dear young lady, how difficult this must be for you. So much responsibility at such a tender age. Don't pretend to be my friend while you're killing my people. Alright, failed all those checks. Temper, temper, princess. After all, I'm here to save your people. War benefits no one, don't you think? Such a terrible waste. Better to settle things in a civilized manner. A contest, a game, so to speak, with Nova as the stakes. Should I win, then your domain will submit and accept me as overlord with no further resistance. Should I lose, then my army will leave your domain in peace and shed no more blood. What sort of game? It is well known that Nova is ruled by lumens. As it happens, I too possess the powers of a lumen. Is it going to turn out that focusing lumen was like the best thing we've done all game? I propose a formal duel. My powers against Eurus. The winner takes control of Nova. The loser dies. Your game by your rules for my life? That doesn't sound fair to me. The rules of formal dueling have been passed down for centuries and must be upheld. It is important that we do this by the ancient codes. Why should I? If you refuse, then the war will continue. I'll sweeten the deal. If you meet me in a formal lumen challenge, I'll call off the invasion even if I win. Really? I swear it by the gods, Nova will be free and safe. Why take that risk? You're winning the war. It's not your land that I want, it's your crystal. To gain your power, I am willing to wager my own. Shall we begin? I can sense his power. It's so strong. I've learned everything I possibly could, but he's at least as good as I am. I don't like this, but what choice do I have? I will accept his terms. Because I'm just 100 on every single thing. I must. Togami explains the rules of formal dueling with you, including a carefully inscribed circle of words which will contain the effect of any powers you wield, protecting bystanders from danger. And then it is time to begin. You trade attacks, one spell sense encountered by another, reserving your strength as much as possible. It might almost be exciting if your life weren't on the line. You need to end this quickly before his experience allows him to come up with a trick you can't defeat. He's used to dealing with magical attacks, but he might not be expecting a physical one. Perhaps if you rush him, you could take him off guard? Up close, he couldn't use his fancy spells, but what would you do then? You still have to use magic to win. You can't just grab him and bang his head against the floor. Perhaps you could focus your power into the shape of a sword and attack him with that. Or maybe if you could distract him somehow, you could cast a spell that he couldn't block. Magic sword. Most of shimmering moonlight coalesce into a weapon in your hands. Oh, shoot. You lunge, but he ducks under your blade and rolls away. Before you can regain your target, he summons up a shield of red fire that surrounds him totally. Now it ends. The fire sweeps forward, devouring your vision. And I'm dead. God, I had 100 lumen in every single category, and it was going so well. But the magic sword, I need to know how to do sword play in order to actually win that with the magic sword. So I should have tried to distract him and use a spell. Oh, that was grim. That was pretty grim, but a pretty interesting playthrough, if I do say so myself. I certainly got farther than I ever have in the past. And another thing is that the economics really didn't help all that much, if I'm being totally honest. The movable prints, it helped with the pamphlets, and may help with something again in the future, possibly. But for the next few playthroughs, I may just try to avoid economics altogether. In fact, my next playthrough, I may... Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. I can focus entirely on physical attributes and less on the intellectual pursuits. So I think that's what I'll try. So until next time, see ya.